What are you thinking about European construction itself at the moment right now? And can't we find any parallels? I'm not talking about the repressive part of the regime, but in terms of efficiency, how it works.
There are actually certain similarities because the Soviet Union was doctrinarily planned economic activities. And this is pretty much the same what the European Commission is trying to do, to foresee the policy needs and consequently the budgetary needs of the European Union's activities and to fix them in legislation so that reduces by definition the flexibility of a political leadership or anyone to take quick actions. For instance, we all remember the struggles to find a proper response to the migrationary pressures on southern Europe.
We still haven't found, to be honest.
Yeah, but we have finally, after like 2.5 years, we've managed to reinforce a little bit the joint border controls. We actually, with lots of protests, we actually have applied the program of solidarity-based distribution of refugees. And we have, of course, very controversial agreement with President Erdogan in Turkey, where for the pain of migratory pressures, we agreed to forget about the noble principles, or at least we don't mention them every day. So that's kind of similarity. And of course,
and also economical issues. If you look at the double-digit numbers of unemployment in the south, also Europe can't deal with the economical crisis, to be honest.
It is, some pundits have called it pentagonal crisis, that we have almost Grexit, the financial crash of Greece. We have Brexit and all the consequent problems. We have migration. We have Russian activities on the eastern border, specifically in Ukraine, and we have this institutional sort of paralysis. And that is because the building is so heavy, but it's so heavy because the member states have been willing to have that kind of thing. Because if you look strictly from the point of efficiency, do we need 28 commissioners? With 7 vice presidents starting from Dombrovskis and ending with Ansip, all former prime ministers of some not so big countries. And there are no meaningful portfolios for them. But every member state must have a commissioner. Actually, we could take turns, 15 and 15, and European mechanism would work better. The same thing is in Luxembourg, where every country has a auditor, so to say, who actually are former retired politicians, which the governments sort of send there to retirement or do something. Again, do we need 28 from each state? No.